Well, we've grown a week mini bong. I'm Engineer Hoist, and welcome to our weekly Transformers Earth Wars news stream and toy review and whatever else we get up to. Ask me anything kind of show. You know how it works. If you've been here before, which a lot of you have, if it's your first time, welcome and thank you, whoever's watching the replay. Really appreciate you guys doing that. Let's say hello to the folks tuning in live. We've got Grand Galvatron, Void Edits, Alien Frog. We'll see a lot from that person here coming up when we get to the community corner. Razorquake 46, Robert C4, Wolfman, Mercenary Terror, Super VH, AJ, Cuddy Fox, and Joe on Red Alert I saw was in there, Prime and Duncan, Autobot Phil, and many others who, so many comments and scrolls. You can't get them all. So anyway, I saw your comments as we were getting ready for the stream. I appreciate them. Thank you all for being here. So we got an event coming up. We got new bots coming. If you tuned in last week, you saw what they do, and we'll talk a little bit more about that with the newsletter and everything like that. And got crystals to crack. We're going to be cracking a 5-star crystal and a 5-star combat crystal tonight. And I pretty much know which ones. I haven't grabbed them yet, but I pretty much know which batches I'm going to pull from. But without further ado, I believe I just said that. I try not to say that, but it's the thing to say. It's just what pops into your mind. Everybody says that. I try not to say it. Anyway, let's do the news. This weekend's event is called Junk Culture. You can probably understand why if you saw the thumbnail for this video or just been paying attention to who's coming. Yes, indeed, this weekend, fight in the event to win a 3, 4, or 5-star Wreck-Gar for the Autobots or Junkheap for the Decepticons. Plus, there's also a bunch of pretty much everything else that you can get. 3 stars, 3-star shards, 4-star shards, 5-star shards, premium shards, a bunch of spark, power core, chips, and total spark, total shard crystals, and even some character shards thrown in there for good measure. It's too much to add up, that's why there's no numbers there, and it's a lot easier just to not have the numbers. So it's an endurance event, which is kind of like the replacement for the leaderboard. We've been doing for a while. I think people like that. You don't have to score as much as you can. You got to hit a certain amount. If you score 3.5 million points as an alliance, you get the 5-star, and you will have also gotten the 3-star, and the 4-star along the way, plus all the other prizes. But if you only want to get the 4-star, 1.5 million is your goal, and there's a lot of alliances out there that can do that. We can't. We're lucky if we can hit the 3-star level. But we're going to try. Anyway, it starts at the usual Friday start time as usual, Monday stop time, and I somehow hit the wrong button. One big prize list as they are in the endurance event and Super XP throughout the event. Got to be headquarters level 4 and be an alliance. Hit the yellow event button. Pick your zone, win the battle, collect the points, collect the prizes. And the event battle zones are the standard battle zones, and we'll just kind of page through all of the prizes. There you go, the 3-star bot at 250,000. That's basically our goal.
We can hit that sometimes, but maybe not all of them all the times. Yeah, and there's your 4-star bot at 1.5 million, and your 5-star bot at 3.5 million points. Which there's quite a few alliances that can hit that. Most of the people that are going to be in the alliances that are going to be earning the total spark and total shard crystals probably know what they are, but here's what's in them. They don't publish them anymore, but I don't think they've changed them. So that's my public service to you guys, to anybody who's wondering what's in those. Alright, so we talked about Wreck-Gar last time, but we always read the bios anyway. So Wreck-Gar is a staunch ally of the Autobots, but hails from the planet of Junk. Leader of his race, the Junkions, he is an all but indestructible warrior. Because Junkions are composed largely of scrap metal and manifold spare parts, Wreck-Gar can simply self-repair any battle damage by utilizing whatever wreckage is at hand. A voracious consumer of pop culture TV beamed from Earth, Wreck-Gar is prone to speaking in catchphrases and advertising slogans, but beware, behind the banter is a committed and powerful combatant. Yes, indeed. Everybody loves Wreck-Gar. You know, maybe not everybody, but I do. Very cool character. The whole Junkion scene, you know, in the '86 movie, just fantastic. So his partner or counterpart, you know, double dealing, whatever works for the Decepticons in this game, is Junkheap, and he is as pragmatic as they come. His loyalty is driven largely by market forces. If there's a demand, he'll supply, and if you can pay, he'll play. When it comes to improvisational weapons, armor, and tech, his innovative and genius level, Junkion has few peers. Unfortunately, by considering himself neutral in almost any conflict, Junkheap is happy to be quartermaster to the most feared and bellicose races in the known universe, and has on several occasions blithely augmented the Decepticons' armory, including in the case of the Earth Wars, apparently. So there you go. So Junkheap, even though all of the Junkions generally are associated with Autobots, to make it fair and not have it be like, oh, we've got 2 Wreck-Gars, like we've got 2 Impactors, they Junkheap the Decepticon. He's just working for the Decepticon. He's kind of like a loose cannon, works for anybody, but right now he's working for the Decepticons. So yeah, and there is the ability. Managed to grab the the ability icon this time. Wreck-Gar and Junkheap, their ability is called Last Stand, and they will save a bot if their hit points fall below 10%. It will instantly regain a large portion of its health, and depend how much of that health it restores to depends on a few things, mostly the star level of the bot. And they also will get a shield for a certain amount of time, and the duration of the shield after their recharge is, I think, what upgrades by the ability. And yeah, you probably can't read this, but I'll read through all this. This is some clarification that they included in the newsletter. They have infinite range. You can tag anyone on the map. No matter where you are, you can tag anyone wherever they are. You can tag multiple bots, assuming you have the ability points available. And these are expensive. It's 6 points for the first use, and then an additional 8 points for each additional use. So 6, 14, 22. And if you can manage, the fourth one is going to be 30 points. I don't think you can go much beyond that, even if you don't spend any other points. We showed it last week. We did a test that you sure enough you could do it. The tags will remain even if Wreck-Gar or Junkheap, perish. So that's one thing we didn't test. Nice to have that clarification. Even if they get killed, their tag to revive the whatever bot that you tagged will still remain, because you can tag them immediately at the beginning of the battle. You don't have to wait until they get low. It wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe save some points and save that ability. If you see somebody happen to be, failing, you can go ahead and maybe tag them to keep it from dying. Mostly what I would be looking for is the sack bots, the bots that rush in, like the Star Sabers, your Goldfires, your Drifts, or the Deathsaurus, Ramjet, and Barricade for the Decepticons. all those guys that tend to rush into battle, or many of the warriors, tend to go out in front of everybody and take a lot of damage. Tag them right at the beginning of the battle, send them in, do their damage, and then when they die, they'll be right back where they were. You know, these are the same bots that you might think to put Vector Prime on. And in fact, they do talk about this somewhere in here. Yeah, you can combine it with Vector Prime. This ability will trigger before Vector Prime is triggered, because this ability triggers at 10% Vector Prime, not until they hit 0. So there you go. So the benefit of Vector Prime, where they move you back in time 7 seconds, that's helpful. Like if they rush in 7 seconds ago, or I think the time is the level. Some might even bounce you out of danger back to where the rest of your bots are, and that's pretty cool. I don't think you get a whole lot of bouncing back if it's combined with this last stand ability. But yeah, hey, it's worth a try, I guess. Let's see. The health given back is based on the percentage of the tagged bot's base health and not on Wreck-Gar Junkheap's health. Yeah, it's a percentage of that particular bot. It doesn't matter what health Wreck-Gar Junkheap have. They are medics, and their healing ability has similar counters, just like other healing abilities in the game. And they say we consider the revive a heal, and that can be countered by acid, and ray blockers can also cancel it just like every other heal. So yeah, that's high level type stuff. So maybe you haven't encountered that, but you can put, I think they're build bot cores. You can put like a heal blocker core on the build bots. So. But yeah, their healing is that they launch grenades very similar to first aid, so I think that's pretty cool that we got another one of them. You can tag combat bots in the field, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. Imagine if you're trying to tag a bot, but you accidentally tag the combat bot next to it. So that could be a problem. So I guess just kind of be careful. Let your bots get a little separation before you start throwing these tags out. Yeah. And of course, it's going to be just the combat bots that are, walking around on their own, like the companions, like say Dial or Overkill, Ravage, things like that. The combat bots that are held only as weapons are not going to be able to be tagged. You can tag a bot regardless of the hit points remaining. You can do it immediately where they've still got full health. You can do it as low as one. If it's got any kind of health left, you can tag it. And they say we want these bots to complement other medic bots, not replace them. But it's up to you how they use them. I'm not real sure what exactly that means. It says FFD, which I think is Force Field Disruptor, won't remove any of the tags. So if you have like the force field, some of the bots abilities have the force field disruptor kind of removes that, but the tags are not affected by that. But apparently they are affected by the ray blocker cores. The force field disruptor, I believe, is also a build bot core. No overkill mechanic, not sure what that means. This ability will always work. So if that means anything to you, there's no overkill mechanic. All right. That's the news. So good luck with your with the event. As always, here are the Studio Series versions of Wreck-Gar and Junkheap. Excellent figures. If you don't have one and you made it and you are looking for one, I highly recommend getting them. Interesting. I said it last week. I didn't say it this time, but any alliance that wins the 5-star Wreck-Gar or Junkheap will be entered into a raffle. The entire alliance will be entered into a raffle to win one of these two toys. Autobots can win Wreck-Gar, Decepticons can win Junkheap. You're not going to win these these are mine. You can't have them. But Space Ape has some copies of them, in box, and they'll raffle off and pick a few people who will actually win toys like these, not actually these. I think you guys know that, but I just want to be clear. Oh, let's see. So in addition to winning the 5-star version of the bot and all the bot versions of it, you actually get a toy out of it too. So that's cool, right? All right. so yeah. You got a little ahead of yourself there, Razorquake. For community quarter time. Let's see. I still need to program a button. Okay. All right. Here we go. So Alien Frog, we're gonna be seeing a lot from this person. And so we've got the Decepticons collection finally. There is so much in here. Let's see if we can pull this up a little bit more. It's hard to fit this in the screen, but yeah. So you got Rodimus Unicronus, you got Starscream, you got Decepticon Mirage. He wasn't actually Decepticon; he was in disguise, but it works for your collection. Oh, nice. You got the Combiner Wars Battle Trap there. You got a couple of Stunticons, Galvatron, Overlord. I think I see a Megatron in there. And G2 Ramjet, Needle Nose. Nice. And so there we go. Oh, we've got them all in alt modes too. So there we go. There's your Prime Masters. And oh, there's Armada Megatron. I must have missed him that first time around. And here's all your flying people. It looks like you got Shockwave too. Nice, cool. Oh, and you've got the... Hang on, let me remember the actual name, not what we call him colloquially. The Sparkless Seeker. Yeah, not Poop Storm. Except we don't use the except we don't usually say poop. We use we say the worst version of it, but we try to keep it clean language-wise on the stream. So. And so there's more, and we're back around the horn. And, okay, you've got some drawers, nice. Not really the kind of stuff we're looking for, but that's alright. There's Rodimus telling people what to do like he usually does. Yeah, go that way. And, hey, that looks like an exercise I did earlier today with his foot up. And now he's blasting some people, or maybe he's spraying them with water with all the blue. That's the first time it occurred to me. You know, this Rodimus Prime. You know, he's got all the blue effects, and it's like he's just spraying water. Yeah, and there he is. Now I want you for my team. All right. And Razorquake showing off his latest purchases, so very cool. We've got the, this is the Studio Series Air Razor, I believe. Yes, very cool. And we've got the Armada Starscream. That's cool. I didn't actually pick this up. I've seen it a few times. I didn't actually get this because I got the Armada Starscream that came out a while back. It's deluxe class figure, but I've got multiple versions of that Armada Starscream, and I just didn't feel the need for this one, which is fundamentally the same figure, just bigger. That is a cool little sword he's got there holding, there in his hand. I want to say that's like supposed to be like called the Star Saber. It's actually like a couple of bots put together in the original Armada toy line, but in here it's just the molded weapon. And we've got the Studio Series Gamer Edition Cliff Jumper. Very cool. And here we go, more Autobot base. That is Rodimus Prime, all decked out, and he must run on diesel, judging by the exhaust he's got coming out of his pipes. And yeah. So here we go. We've got some more the base going on. Looks like we've got Red Cog in a defensive position, and I still don't know what that trailer that you got there. It's got to be a third-party thing or something else. Looks like it's under construction. You've got like a little crane or something off to the side there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Rodimus opened up his base. My Rodimus Prime is a little bit more private. He doesn't let other bots hang out in his trailer. Oh, and he says he can hold the headmasters and tell them off. Apparently, it's like you're a bad person. You shouldn't be in my trailer. Maybe this Rodimus Prime doesn't like people being in there either, and so he's telling them off. Get out of my trailer! like get off my lawn. He's just getting grumpy Rodimus. I mean, you see what Rodimus Prime looks like. He looks grumpy. Oh, yeah. Alright, so next up we've got Ironhide, who is a good creator of the Zap bots. We're taking a look at the water bots this time. Floater is apparently a professional comic, and I like how he's got the seaplane alt mode. That's pretty cool. I like it. Next up we've got Outlet, who is a pleasure yacht. So not really the most tactical vehicle that you can turn into, but you know, I bet it gets him where he's going on the water. So the only thing Scrub loves more than talking with an Earth pirate accent. that's clever. I like that. And he is a tugboat. Very cool. And Deep Dive. Did we actually have a Transformer called Deep Dive or a GoBot or something? But whatever. I mean, this is cool, and that perfect name though for a submarine alt mode. So very cool. Looks like he's with the way his head works, it almost kind of looks like Cosmos. Yeah, so pretty cool. And oh, we've got another large one. It's called Puncher, and looks like he is a cruise ship. Not like a big, huge like cruise ship, but still a pretty good cruise ship. Maybe a ferry, I suppose. And let's see, Hoover. Oh, he's a hydrofoil. That's cool. That's not something we've seen in Transformers before. I like that. Good deal. And this is the largest of all the combiners, Defeator. He is a fierce warrior and known to put the star on top of the annual holiday tree. Nice. And okay, so we've got new stop motion from our good friend Alien Frog. Yeah, very nice. You know, you got way more patience than I do. Oh, you got Wingfinger too. Got found for $10 at Ross. Yeah, he's a good figure. I mean, you know, he's very thin or whatever, but yeah, he's actually pretty cool. I get it. Yeah, I like Wingfinger. Yeah, there's a close up of him. He does have a weird head though, but yeah, it's such a the whole fossilizer thing was a pretty cool idea. I don't think we need any more Hasbro, but the ones we've got are pretty cool. And so taking advantage of the fossilizer ability, there is Rodimus Prime. Going to do some gardening because he's got turned into a rake, I guess. and it even comes apart so you can be like a small handheld rake for some detailed gardening. Or I suppose it could be maybe claws like Wolverine or something. Oh man. And oh, we've got a horrible monstrosity here. I don't even know what to call this. He's combined. This is Nocturus. He's saying so. Let's go take a look. We've got Toe Line and Wingfinger, and looks like red and blue cogs as well. I don't know who else you might have in there, but yeah, that is. Oh my goodness, that's the stuff of nightmares. Thank you for sharing a look into your twisted, demented mind. I'm just kidding. That's very clever. Oh, we've got a new entry into the stop motions coming from Razorquake here. Oh, and we've got some sound, but I don't think you guys can hear it. It's just a truck motoring. And there we go. Laser Optimus, aka Shoulder Pads Prime, sneaking up on Jaxus. The transformations have got to be the hardest thing of any kind of stop motion, just to get them nice and smooth. I just know I wouldn't ever be able to put it together. Very cool. Ooh. That's not good. Anytime you see a gun and then it goes black, that's not a good sign. Ooh. We got a boxing match now. Oh, and then he pulled his gun out of subspace or wherever it was. Ooh, stabbed him for good measure. And then he drives away like it's nothing. Yeah. All in a day's work, taking out Decepticons. Oh, we got more stuff from Alien Frog. Oh my goodness. Now I guess they are all a throne for Rodimus. Oh look, I see Battle Trap is stuck in there. Oh no, there's stilts. I see, there's stilts now. And yeah, so this is like Rodimus Prime Super Mode. Wow. Grand Galvatron coming in with a really nice needlepoint version of Cheetor. Very cool. That's a great Maximo logo that you did there. I'm glad you gave us a close-up of that. That's fantastic. Oh, looks like a look at something else. The next one coming up. I like that. I like how you kind of sketch out your ideas. You know, out first. That's a real good idea. So you can get plan it out, make corrections or whatever until you get the final thing. So very cool. Oh, and Grand Galvatron is saying Cheetor will be at sale at TFCon Orlando coming up, what is it, about 6 weeks now? So yeah, very cool. Two new projects working on. They are Nekomimi A and B from Energon. Cool. I don't think I never saw Energon. That comes after Armada, right? Yeah, I think. I just can't seem to quite get through Armada. I think the farthest I've made it is like 8 or 9 episodes, and then I get distracted by something else. Oh, we've got more shelves from Alien Frog. This is a before picture, and then after it's a battle zone, which is Overlord coming in to attack the Autobots, and it looks like he's got a couple of little mini combat bots there, which I realize now is not on your screen. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. Alright, we'll just go with it. Okay, now I remember why I had the thing positioned the way I did. Alright, so anyway, so he's here. He's got Bumblebee, and it's just another view of the battle that we saw. Oh, it looks. Oh, he's got Nosecone coming in helping out too. Very cool. Nice. Oh, and we've got Stunticon shelf update, the same two we've had for months now. Not much of an update. I like your little background there. I think it's like says create, a very creative way to say create. Robert C4 coming in, showing off his new age Constructicons. That we've got Hook and Long Haul. I never committed to memory their third-party names because who cares? We're thinking of them and using them and playing with them and thinking of them as Hook and Long Haul, right? Yeah. So, yeah, very cool. They do come with that those little Energon cubes. That's really cool. So there they are. They're doing their work. Long Haul, I'm sure, is complaining about having to just haul stuff. Oh, and we've got Slingshot and Skydive. Those are the, I think, the Zeta little Legends class aerial bots. Yeah, those are cool. Those are cool little aerial bots. It's a nice little set. Kind of loose joints in on a lot of them, but overall, I mean, it's a good looking set. Zeta Siberion. Prime and Duncan coming in saying that Grimlock finds a sheet of paper with math. Oh, yeah. I remember those days. Oh, math. And let me tell you, math was always there. You're always going to have math. You may not have to worry about math like they teach in school, but it's good to learn because there's always math. Yeah, of course, I'm an engineer, so you know I had to take some pretty advanced math, and luckily it comes easy for me. So I understand a lot of people don't, but for me, my brain tends to understand it pretty well. But I learned it like too many years ago. I couldn't do it now, I'll tell you that, without practicing again. The higher level stuff. Oh man, okay, Ref Core coming in with saying any thoughts of these guys? Animated, Swindle, Soundwave. Not sure who all the others are in. And we're also celebrating Wreck-Gar design on Transformers Combaticons, the Wrath of the Junkions. That is a very interesting take on Wreck-Gar. It's like the animated style, and it almost looks like a cross between his traditional motorcycle look and the animated dump truck. But it looks like he's got keyboards and satellite dishes, and he's got the TV beamed straight into his noggin. So, oh, those are the Combaticons back up there. That looks like Soundwave in the middle. I guess that's Onslaught. Now that you mention it, yeah. Swindle, Blast Off, Onslaught, Brawl, and Vortex. I've only ever seen Swindle in that style, so you got me stumped there. So, thanks for correcting me. And last one, oh yeah, so we did. And this. Nice, interesting look. Says me when I get to post stuff and then watch it on YouTube. That's great. Excellent way to end the community corner. So, oh yeah, so let's head back over here and we'll tab through the last couple of screens here where I throw the YouTube link up there as if you guys don't know it already, and there's my Instagram and Twitter that I never post to, but go ahead and. You never know if something might show up. And then this is the important slide where I thank everybody for your support. All of our channel members, I do appreciate your support, and also all of our channel moderators who help out during the live streams and in the Discord. Luckily, we don't have too many problems, but if we ever do, you guys are there to help clean it up. So I really do appreciate it. All right, and that's basically it for the news. And let's see. Day Trader is the weird brother of Hound. He could be a Junkion. Yeah, that is a Studio Series figure I would like to see. We didn't get any figure of Day Trader, but I would like to see a Studio Series of him before they get done with that line. And yeah, we could totally. I would definitely put him. He would get along with the Junkions. If he's not a Junkion himself, he would totally get along with them for sure. So, where else would you be watching? I don't know. I mean, it is possible to take the stream and embed it some other place on a website or whatever. I don't know if anybody would do that, but they might. I don't think it happens, but I put it up there anyway. It's one of those YouTube best practices. I kind of like talking about other social media that you don't use. I suppose to go along with that best practice is you're actually supposed to use those other social medias, but the only other social media I'm really focusing on right now is my eBay. So you can find me at Engineer Hoist on eBay too. I'm selling stuff. I'm actually doing pretty good. I sold like 30 things so far. If any of you guys out there bought anything, I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for your support. But it's so funny, even though I sold that much, I look around and it's like, where did I get all my space back? But enough about that. Let's crack some crystals, right? Oh, let's see. So, would there be a sneak for the new Titans in Bonsa? Oh, like a sneak peek? Well, there's no... the new Titans, that's all speculation and rumor. There's been no information about anything like that. Yeah. Asking, what am I selling? I'm selling some figures from my collection. I've got, most of what I'm doing now is like duplicates that I got by mistake, because some of it I found really good deals, and I had intended maybe to practice customizing on them, but that's just never going to happen. Some things I just accidentally got duplicates, so it's all boxed stuff right now. I will be looking for other things to get rid of. So, well, okay. So first up, let's go. The link it's like ebay.com/engineerhoist or something like that. Let's see. I can throw the link in Discord later. I know you're in there, so if you scroll back in off topic, it might be in there too. But otherwise, I'll go do it. So we're not going to grab the 3-star crystals right now, but the 5-star crystal. I'm going for Legacy 12. That's the one we've been working on. What's left out of here is Saber and Skids. They are both great bots, and any other batch, there's still going to be a potential stinker in there. I already got the stinker from this batch, which is Air Raid. So the only thing left is Saber and Skids. So I am definitely getting Legacy 12. So Saber or Skids, get your votes in now. But see, now we come down to the combat ship. Oh, not real sure. Not totally sold on this one. I think I've got an idea. Tricerashot. I would love to have a Tricerashot at 5-star, but I'm just not sure about these other ones. Legacy 4. Rat Trap School. I mean, nothing real great in this one. Nothing real terrible either. Legacy 3. I've just never been a big fan of Glitch or Top Heavy. They always just keep my gunners too far back. I use them, but I'm just not a big fan of them. Sound Barrier never really, it does okay. Stripes is good. Red Heat's pretty good. Let's see, that was 3. Legacy 2. I've got Smashdown and Trenchfoot. I don't want to, so I've got a 50% chance of getting Trenchfoot. I don't want to do that, really. And our current batch, I've got Nightstick and Sidetrack. What's left is Windstrike, Sawtooth, and Trip Up. And honestly, I think that's the one to go with, because they're all pretty good. Yeah. So there we go. Now let's go crack crystals. So first up, we've got some skins. I did complete the Cyber Pass, and this is First Aid. And his Decepticon counterpart. This is what, the Scavenger? Yeah. I forgot already. And we got some power cord chips. We'll go ahead and crack them. Isn't Kunai in there too? Yeah. Well, if he is, I tried scrolling sideways. I didn't see it, so he may not be there yet. Okay, so this is probably a G-Metal XP also. The whatchamacallit, Cyber Pass. The words just aren't there sometimes, but somehow whatchamacallit is always there to bail you out. Yeah, we've got a G-Metal Vitality. Okay. The G1, was that Smokescreen? Yeah. I've got some G-Metals with that. Speaking of G-Metal G1s, Let's see what this one is. Roadbuster. I don't even have a 4-star Roadbuster or 5-star for that matter, but hey, at least I've got the G-Metal G1 chip for him. Let's go ahead and get these are Dinobots, right? Let's go ahead and get these Dinobot dupes out of the way. As if I needed any more character shards for, who are they? Swoop and Sludge? I've got still nagging me about saying that I've got character shards to get a 4-star crystal, but I need to save them for their, rank. And there we go. So out of all of that, there were 30 of them. We got this 3-star Snarl, 3-star Grimlock, and everything else was 2-star. I am glad I was not counting on those to try to fill out my Dinobot cores. Let's do the premium. So still going to be all duplicates, but at least it'll be a bigger variety. 3-star Tiger Hawk in there. See what else we got. Hey, there's that Rodimus Prime. Grumpy old Rodimus Prime. Oh, Wheeljack Brainstorm. Okay. Hey, at least we know we're getting 2 new things. We're getting a new 5-star, and you know, if nothing else, we're getting those 2 5-stars are going to be new. So even if everything else, there's a 4-star crystal waiting to crack a 4-star duplicate for us. Yeah, the crystals are not being kind to me tonight. I haven't even seen a 4-star come through yet. There's a little slingshot, a handful of 3-stars here and there. Anytime you're ready, Space Bridge. And we finish it up with all 2-star flavored duplicates. Oh, it's not finished yet. We got one more. Oh, gotta fuse the power cores again. I've been doing that. I've been fusing as much as I can. And, I guess I need to go through more. And yeah, so all 3 stars. All 3 stars. We'll crack this 4-star crystal. What kind of a duplicate will this be? This is a Gnaw. It's a 4-star Gnaw. And we got another gold G1 Gnaw core. Convert them? Yeah, I know, but honestly, I do have power cores that need to be leveled, so yeah. Why does it show me as having an extra one? I thought, oh, we've got another 4-star crystal. Let's go get another 4-star duplicate, guys. Yeah, before we get into 5-stars, let's get one more 4-star duplicate. It's Tiger Hawk! Do the conversion off stream. Yeah, I'm not going to subject you guys to that. Alright, so what do I want to open first? The chip or the bot? I think the chip first, because that's going to be cool, but the bot's going to be a little bit more exciting, right? Yeah. Here comes the chip. Oh, you guys were right. Kunai's in there. That works. Hey, the 5-star crystal is either Star Saber or Skids. I will guarantee you the name starts with S. There we go. Star Saber. 5-star Star Saber. Never thought I'd see it. Never thought I'd see it. Although, you know, to be honest with you, I never told anybody because it wasn't a thing back then. But years ago, when I first got into the test account, they've since reset everybody. And the whole playtesting thing wasn't really as big as it was. Yeah, I don't think it even was there. But as a content creator, they gave us these accounts or whatever. Somehow, I accidentally ended up with a 5-star Star Saber on there. I didn't really do anything with it. Definitely didn't show it off. Was very careful not to show anybody, but it was pretty cool seeing a 5-star Star Saber. Yeah, they cleared it off. They went away, but I was like, oh yeah, we'll never see that. But here he is. Never thought we'd see the Sentius twins either, but there they are. So Alien Frog says, I owe you a Wreck-Gar hammer. I don't owe you anything because I never agreed to your deal. So the Super VH is still ragging me about $2 million, which I don't recall that deal either. So. So yeah, well I guess I'm going to have to work on leveling him up now, because it's ridiculous that he's so low. I've put so much work into my 4-star. I mean, look at him. He's like 61. I don't know if I have an extra one of these. I think it would be next to it if I did. These V-Lock cannons. So no, I don't. So I'm gonna have to work on trying to get some V-Lock cannons. I don't think I have any G medals now. And 3-star is the best victory Leo I got. So, but you know, he's a baby. I'll definitely be throwing some spark into this guy. Guarantee you. Do I even have enough? Yeah, let's go ahead and throw some spark into him. Woohoo! He's upgraded. So let's see, a Laser Optimus. Oh, he can rank up. You are no private no longer. Stronger Laser Optimus now with the superhero landing. Did anybody else get enough shards for a rank? I don't think so. We'll see. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Well, there we go. Baba Saber. Star Saber killed Mirage in the comics. Hate the IDW version of Star Saber. You know, that's like that's where I first learned about Star Saber, was IDW comics, when he was kind of like he was a bad guy. So, but yeah, I've never actually seen the G1 incarnation of, what was it, Victory? Well, yeah, of course, because Victory Saber. But you know, I first saw Star Saber in the comics and then in this game. You know, the fact that I have the Masterpiece Star Saber was 100% inspired by this game. So, as a toy commercial, for that specific case, this game worked. Why ever take that version when there's one who's an adoptive father? He adopted a kid. Oh, that's cool. I might have to go seek that out at some point. He's like a different version of Optimus. That's no connection with Optimus. Different version of Optimus in the fact that he's the Autobot leader, I suppose, and also wears a mouth plate. But he's also, you know, obviously the toy, I imagine it's the same thing in the cartoon, or do they call it anime because it's Japanese? I suppose that's like literally, anime is like literally animation. So, Victory Leo is Ginrai rebuilt. So, but Star Saber is basically, he's got like the Brain Master, which I don't even know how that works, but it's kind of like Headmaster, but isn't actually turned into the head. He just kind of goes into the body to kind of drive. And then he's like the smaller bot, which is Saber. And then he puts on the armor and he becomes a star. Star Saber, right? So, I know that is my knowledge, the extent of my knowledge, based upon the way that the toys work. So, Brainmaster becomes the face, not the whole head, just the face. Gotcha. I suppose that is kind of how the toys end up working. So, yeah. And Atlas took over the rank of Autobot leader. I have a third party. I think it's Fans Project version of Atlas. It's not the best, but that's the only one I've ever seen. I have an Iron Factory version too. I think they're both based on the IDW version of Atlas, who may not have been exactly that, but he did kind of take in Drift when he was first initially as Deadlock trying to run away, and became the Drift that we all know and love, or hate if you're not a big fan of Drift. So. Yeah, so let's go take let's speaking of toys, let's go talk about some toys. We got these guys. We know who they are and what they do. So we're just gonna move them out of the way because we're not talking about you guys right now. We talked about you already. We're talking about new stuff. First up, I got this from Patriot Prime. Bought it. Wasn't a gift, but he didn't want this. These are the Magic Square Stunticons. They are currently in their Menasor form, obviously, but he had this set, didn't want it anymore, and said, I've been meaning to get that, so I'll buy it from you. So I got the guy. So he sent this over to me, and yeah, it's a very cool set of Stunticons. I didn't really have a whole lot of trouble transforming him. I mean, it works just like all the Menasors basically nowadays do. The X-Transbots, even the Legacy, where basically the entire body is basically the trailer. Motormaster just basically transforms into a ball that shoves into the chest, and the guys on the back of the legs, they don't even transform. They don't even have a combiner mode. They just tab onto the legs. And the guys on the arms, they just split in half. The interesting thing about this particular one, they do allow you to have multiple different configurations. So, like there in the cartoon, there was sometimes he was shown as the cars didn't split like this. They just kind of like were shoulder paulders. They kind of hang on the shoulder. So there's a way you can do that. You can also, if you prefer the Combiner Wars look, you could actually turn around the legs, and you just flip the feet around even, and have these guys be on the front. So that's that Menasor. Really nice big look sword and gun and everything. And of course, all the other figures come with guns, but it's got the same feel as all Magic Square figures. If you know what that is and you like it, then you'll probably like these guys. So, and if you're curious how he stacks up, here is Lemon Drop Grimlock. So, combined mode of Menasor is pretty big. Bigger than one of the largest leader classes recently. So sorry, I forgot to warn you about the sunglasses. And I meant to bring in the Legacy Menasor, and I totally forgot. Legacy's a little bigger. Legacy's a little bit bigger. I want to talk about stuff I got today, which I didn't even have a chance to open yet. Shadow Striker came in. I was surprised when I saw this. Shadow Striker made it in. One other thing managed to come in. Haven't had a chance to open it up yet. Probably can't even barely see it. Nova Prime. These both came in a little early. They weren't due in until for another month, but there they are. Go ahead and move Menasor out of the way. So which one are we interested in seeing first? Shadow Striker or Nova Prime? Where's Nova Prime from? You know, this just, I don't know. I'm familiar with Nova Prime mostly from the IDW comics, and I think this is probably where it's kind of mostly based around. But I'm sure there was some other basis for that. So, oh, you guys, I see you guys want Nova Prime first. All right, Nova Big Boy, Nova Prime, Nova. Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to look at this box art, but they got some bots up here. That looks like that Optimus Prime axe. Interesting thing is, there was a Nova Prime made out of that Orion Pax using that that battle axe. In fact, you'll see one. See it. I'm not sure who that is. That looks like he's got wings. That almost kind of looks like Megatron. So, interesting. Alright, so let's go ahead and open him up. Will this work? Nope, that's not actually working. My other camera. Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on using it, so gotta cut the plastic. See, I hadn't even broke the seal yet. Why isn't it opening? Oh, there it goes. So yeah, so this is kind of like, you know, the new style package, or maybe it's just these, but yeah. So I saw somebody ask, why is he wrapped like a burrito? Yeah, I have seen this before, but yeah, it's. You know, it's like a Taco Bell box. You know, you go pay. It's like the $5 box. This is basically that, and you know, even with the burrito there in the center. So that's kind of crazy. So does this open, or do we just? So this all opens, I guess. I can see the pre-bent on the cardboard, and we just reach in, pull out packages. This reminds me of like a stocking. You know, you just reach in and you get the all your little small gifts that were wrapped in like tissue paper, because they're just tiny little things. All right, we're just gonna set this off to the side. Instructions, yes, instructions as usual. And we've got this big burrito. Oh, and he's even, you know, swaddled. Yeah. Big baby's swaddled there. What do we got in this little burrito? It's probably his weapons. Oh, and some add-ons. So, like a gun. Got a couple of extra wheel parts. Interesting. There's the other gun. Probably his shoulder pieces to really fill it out. And yet another gun, because he's clearly got 3 hands. Yeah, so let's go ahead and unswaddle him, I guess. Cheesy gordita crunch. He's a burrito. Oh wow, that's a lazy packing job, Hasbro. Yeah, but they didn't use plastic. That's the whole idea. Not to use plastic. Asterisk, except for tape and glue. Boy, they just wrapped the tape completely around this guy. And so they've just got these. All right, I gotta go. I gotta grab my scissors. They're not too far away. I'm not fighting trying to untie these things. They used to use these to tie him to the boxes. Now they just tie them so he doesn't flap around, I guess. It's like removing his safety harness. You know, he's got his fall protection on. So there we go. Let's get him stood up. We've got this, and this is based around Siege Ultra Magnus as a base figure. So if you're familiar with that. This is going to go one way or the other. Or is this his leg? No, that's too big. Oh, it's to the instructions we go. Alien Frog says, hope Nova Prime doesn't have the yellowing problem. Yeah, that's true. He's got a little bit of yellowing right now, I can see. Like on his hands here. I'm kidding, that's gold paint. They don't even show you how to put them on. But according to the instructions, they come pre-assembled. But I can see, you know, one of the first steps is to take this off, and it shows to put them on like this. And these go apparently on his arms. Oh, but there is a peg and a slot, so they do only fit the way that you're supposed to do them. And you can store his weapons. Like these can go on his leg. Like so. And then he holds this one. There you go. And apparently you can put this weapon up here. Do these do anything? I was thinking they might go over his shoulder, but no, I think they actually are, the intention is they'll like flip around and you know, so you can, you know, do that. So like for this case, you would take this one around somehow. A little bit of bendiness to make that happen. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. But that's where you can go and put this gun in there. So now he's just make my day, because that's totally what Dirty Harry does. You know, with the two giant machine guns strapped to his back with a jetpack of wings and whatnot. So make my day is probably not the phrase that he would say. Oh my goodness. It's meant to be the Cybertron Optimus BFGs, he's saying. Even with TFCon weeks away, just bought a large order off of TF Safari. Yes. It's hard to resist getting stuff, huh? stuff pretty sure that won't be at the show, but who knows? Yeah. I'm going to try to be better about my spending there, because last couple I went in there, so I didn't really have a plan. I was like, I had a list this you know, in 21. Most of the stuff they just didn't have, but I got a lot more that wasn't on the list. And the crazy thing is, most of it is stuff that I could have just ordered online. And so I'm going to try to be, you know, I actually have an actual budget line. I didn't have a budget line. I actually have a budget line, which I don't want to spend down to zero, but I will allow myself to spend down to zero, but I will not spend from any other budget line. So I definitely have a limit. You know, I have an actual stopping point. It's pretty high limit. But like I said, I don't want to spend all of it. I also am trying to get rid of stuff, and here we go. We got TFCon coming up, and I'm just going to be getting more. Right? Yeah. So, yes, you're right, Oktar. I always say that. I'm doesn't mean, just because you failed twice doesn't mean, you know, sometimes third time's the charm, you know? I will tell you this. I will almost guaranteed get the exclusives. I have no idea what the exclusives are, but I've always gotten the exclusives at the conventions. I did sign up for the custom class, so that's one that's guaranteed. That's already paid for. Don't know what it is yet, but I'll have fun, whatever it is. There are usually 1 or 2 exclusives. In 2019, there were 3. No. 4. 5, really. 5! The ones we knew about was the original Watermelon Mirage, not the one we just got from Hasbro, but the Masterpiece one. One we didn't know about until we got there, they did like the Sphinx Mirage. There was the G2 Grimlock from Planet X, Vulcan, the blue Grimlock. And then there was the Rat-Bat and Bulkhead from MMC. So that was 5 in 2019. In 21, it was a lot easier. It was just the little New Age Black Megatron Pistolonics, and it was just rung. It wasn't even really exclusive. It was just more an early release, so that was a little bit easier. But I'll be getting exclusives. I did not get the MMC Cheetor 2-pack. It looked cool. It's not something I really need in my collection. I do have the original, the Chrome Dome and Rewind that was based on. Very cool set. But I did not get the Cheetor 2-pack, though. I suppose we're not really doing anything with them. Go on the big camera, the full screen. Will I be on any videos with the other guys that were streaming like last time? Yeah, more than likely. Yeah, I think we'll be doing something. So they're definitely going to be meeting up and hanging out. So I don't think we have any solid plans yet. I don't know if I'll do like a haul video that night, because you know, it's only like an hour away from my house, so I can go home. I am staying at a hotel there, just because I don't want to drive back and forth. I don't even remember if we're... Usually we check out, I stay through Sunday night, but with this, I'm not sure what we did. But I don't know, maybe we'll do it. So, chip challenge? No. No, they might, but it is the 1 chip challenge. I did my 1 chip in 21. I'm done. So no, I'm not doing that. It's just, I like spicy when it tastes good. When it's spicy, when the whole point of it is just to be hot and it's nasty, that's not fun. Or even if it's too hot, you know, and it because there's some hot sauce out there that's just like really hot. If it's so hot that you can't taste the flavor, all you can taste is hot. That's too hot. Not that I can't handle it. It's just I wanted to enhance the food, not just completely overpower it. If all I wanted was hotness, I'll just drink the hot sauce. But I don't want that, so I don't drink hot sauce. But anyway, so I know Patriot Prime and Bert did that, and this year's one, you know, it's apparently pretty rough. So it yeah, I know Patriot Prime did. Yeah, he had a tough reaction with that one. So. Yeah, Red Alert saw that. Yeah, I did see the news that somebody actually you know, passed away from that due to the reaction. So, yeah, I don't know if we'll be considering that at 21 there was somebody that you know, he survived, but he had a really bad reaction. I don't know if we'll be doing any big group deals like that. But time will tell. But I will abstain from any future challenges. I did my one chip. Yeah, Fire Talks. We called him, you know, he dubbed himself Lukewarm Talks. So of course we called him that for a while afterwards, because he couldn't handle the heat. But it's all good. So you tried a corner of one of those chips, you're dying. At 3 bowls of ice cream, 2 cups of juice, and some chocolate milk because you don't like regular milk, and 3 bottles of water. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's spicy for sure. It just doesn't taste good. You know, a quarter of the chip or the whole chip, it doesn't really even matter because, you know, you get a little bit on there. You know. And you know, it's one of those things where if you can get through the first 5 minutes or so, that's when everything pretty much starts to fade. Yeah, if you can get through the first 5 minutes, you're good. Or at least for me. So when is TFCon? End of October, the 20th, 21st, something like that. Let me go ahead and pull up the calendar. It's not anything you guys can see, but yeah, it's October 20th through 22nd. You know, Friday the 20th, you know, it's the custom class, and then everybody checks in for you know, does the early registration. Saturday is the big day, and then Sunday. There's a little bit too, and I did see that I am actually staying through Monday, so I may do a stream that night. So we'll see. They have not confirmed any exclusives that I have seen. Are you doing a panel? I'm not sure. I think Rodimus Prime is getting something set up. Not real sure. I want to say yes. I don't know whether I'll be on it or not, but we're talking about it. Because yeah, like last time, there wasn't enough room for everybody, so I'd be perfectly fine, you know, staying off to the side, letting somebody else, you know, go up there. Custom class? I haven't seen anything about custom class either. Haven't seen anything yet, and that's how it is. I mean, sometimes it comes. You know, a lot of. I've always seen, you know, those kinds of announcements coming late, you know, pretty late. So. will. I think we're going to call it there. Got another early morning tomorrow, so I could use some rest. And it seems like we've all run out of things to say. But yeah, good luck in the event. I hope you managed to get yourself a Wreck-Gar or Junkiep. And just going to say, I'll answer one last question. I have not seen One Piece yet. I've heard of the manga or whatever. I've never actually seen any of it. Looks like a cool show. Just haven't watched it yet. But that's going to do it. Good luck to you in the event, and have a great weekend. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends, and we'll see you next time.